is how deep our defaults go. This is how deep our boxes go. That if we judge somebody's eternal salvation by our definition of what a Christian looks like, sounds like, and acts like, rather than being able to understand that God looks upon the heart, and God's definition of who believes in Him is a whole lot different than ours. When you are in America and you discover the Italians drink wine and beer and whiskey, the Christians say they're going to hell. In the States.
No, I kind of join them.
In Italy, whenever they see American Christians smoking, they tell them they're going to hell. And whenever they see American Christians listening to rock and roll music, they're going to hell. So either everybody's going to hell, or nobody's going to hell. Do you understand what I'm saying? We categorize who is going to heaven and who isn't.
Right.
And we place burdens too heavy to carry on people because we need to know that somebody is towing the line. When Kathy and her band of outlaws first came to the Lord 1,000,000 years ago, they tried to go into the church of the open door and they wouldn't let them in because the service was being televised and they were a bunch of renegade hippies dressed like that.
Yeah, we had to stand in the Narthex.
They had to stand in the
They didn't even bring us
Narthex.
chairs.
What the heck is a Narthex? It sounds like the entrance to hell or something. The Narthex. You are condemned to the Narthex. What is a Narthex? Hey, I was
That's
just
that big room before you get into the church.
Oh, we always called that the big room before you. The whole issue of how we assign salvation or condemnation to people is a major default that we carry. We look at someone's outward appearance, and if they don't look saved, or he has long hair, or he's smoking a cigarette, or he or she's or her skirt's too short, or whatever, we judge people by their outward appearance as to whether or not their heart has been cleansed by the blood of the Lamb. Now, how many of you know that every one of us is in process? How would you like, we are fortunate that our most secret and yet most diabolical thing we struggle with, we can hide from everybody. But what happens if your most diabolical thing hangs on you? Or you wear it on your head? How many people are going to think you're saved? Do I need to say that again? Do you understand what I mean? You know, I mean, that's who we are. I am sorry. I struggle. I might be a saint, but I'll tell you what, I'm a struggling saint sometimes. And that's just the way it is. Thank God for His grace and mercy. You know, was it James that talks about forgetting what we look like once we've seen ourselves in the mirror? I'll tell you what, people who can't shut up have never really seen themselves in the mirror. People who are the most judgmental are the people who really don't know who they are apart from Jesus. Absolutely. The more you know who you are apart from Jesus, man, you shut your mouth. And the only thing out of your mouth is hope and thanksgiving and encouragement and blessing. All kinds of stuff because, jeez, man, apart from God's grace, where am I? See, to me, we really learn God's grace by experiencing God's grace. And we only experience God's grace when we are honest with ourselves. Because if there is one box we normally don't fit in, is the box that others have made for us. We don't fit our own standards of judgment that we impose on other people. When I first realized how much Jesus loved me, I was 19. I was obnoxious. I was tough to get along with. I pushed my way in, preached everywhere I could. I mean, I was just one obnoxious guy. You know what? There are people in this town 30 years later who never let me grow up. So I still see them, and I'm still this, they look at me as this obnoxious 19-year-old. And I think, you know what, Lord, never let me treat people like that. You know, it doesn't matter what you were when I saw you last. If God can change this old pile of dirt, He can change anybody. Are we on the same page?
Absolutely.
You know, and if you want God, if you want people to be able to accept the changes that happen in you, doggone it, let God change them and accept them. Look at them in the best light, not the worst light. Don't go back to the default of who they were.